Place yourself in relation to the following words, where the front of the stage is dominant and the back of the stage is submissive. 24/7, protocols are in place continuously. Animal transformation fantasy. Abrasion. Age play. Anal torture. Auction off. BDSM. Bondage. Breath control. Chastity. Cock and ball torture. Collaring. Dungeon. Edge play. Play that entails physical harm. Electroplay. Fingering. Fire play. Genitorture. Golden showers. Hog tie. Mummification. Needle play. Wax play.
There are some really shiny parts of the internet that call to me when I sit under the covers. I put on those shiny parts of the internet and they make it brighter. The light shines all the way into the muscles, past the fat, into the bones, and where there are no bones, where cartilage or blood only makes things hard. Light goes there from the internet. I get tan from the internet. I let the shiny parts of the internet give my interior a sunburn that looks so hot. It's cool. I never wear sunglasses because the shiny parts of the internet have gone so far inside of me that they make the inside of me bright from within, so I don't need sunglasses anymore, which is just so convenient. They often break, and having an expensive pair, as I do, is often more cumbersome than fun, because it means I want to wear them more often than I should. Luckily, as I have explained, the shiny parts of the internet have alleviated me of this problem. Do you want to know which parts of the internet are shiny? You know already. I don't have to say it because it's obvious. Or if you don't, then put on sunglasses right now.
Will do grinding. Will bush the spank. Will look at Granny. Will not take Granny to party. Will not catch sniff. Will not compile drunk. Will discuss wet face. Will sugar. Will invasion. Will not look for God. Will not imagine God. She belts her group. She teams this talk. Match. Dare. Work, 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 bitch. No longer want. Longer must this curly cream. This stripped feet. This hirsute humiliation. Do you retard the wanting? Do you shame to admit these knees? Or milking the rim? Do you know this publicly? These tights that huge me, or tiny smoking, can't stop catching, lick, admitted, swinging her hot mask all over this rough.
According to sales, the second most popular postcard in the Musée d'Orsay's gift shop is that of Gustave Courbet's painting, L'Orge in le Monde. My French accent is pretty poor, so I'll use the English title too. I don't like showing myself up because I can't get my mouth around words correctly. Someone might say something or catch another person's eye in embarrassment. I've never been very good at embarrassment. The English title of the painting is The Origin of the World, although I suspect that this is a pun that's hiding in the original French. The painting features the torso and displayed genitalia of a woman lying prone on a bed. I presume it's a bed, as there are hints of blankets and sheets. The view is not presented with the subject's head, or her arms, or her lower legs, and the gallery pamphlet explains that this emphasizes the work's eroticism. The gallery pamphlet uses a genteel serif font, and the painting is oil on canvas 18 inches by 22 inches. Details of the databases should you wish to order a print from the catalogue. When I saw the painting in situ, it was hung in an ornate gold frame. 3 men and 2 women were leaning forward and frowning into it with their fingers contemplatively at their lips. I look like that when I'm doing difficult maths or learning verbs in a foreign language. But the other day I had to use a telephone box for the first time in years. And the keys on the phone had that strange, that gummy unbudginess that comes with the ghost touch of previous hands on municipal objects. Subconsciously I used my knuckles rather than my fingers when pressing in your number so I wouldn't catch anything. The telephone box was made of clear sheets of plastic, and this meant that while my conversation was private and wonderful and difficult and rushed for a number of boring reasons, for anybody passing by, the act of my speaking was quite a performance. I remember I did not want to put my mouth too close to the receiver nor touch the number pad and door handle directly. I imagine the resolute prissiness of my posture in the telephone box must have looked ridiculous for anyone watching. There were postcards that were pasted up in the telephone box, and they were stuck directly to the information poster about tariffs and charges. Perhaps it's more accurate to say that these were flyers rather than postcards. They were glossy, printed in colour, and had naked women on them. I was midway through my conversation and trying to remember the right word for something, and as I looked up, holding the receiver like an idiot, trying to keep my fingers clean, I found that I was eye level with these women, and I immediately looked down. I found I could not look at their faces, as if for a second I didn't know what women's faces were for anymore. The museum gift shop's most popular postcard is Renoir's Moulin de la Galette, Dance the Moulin de la Galette. You'd recognise it, it's famous. It's a painting that's busy with clothes and hair and upturned chins, and filled with Montmartre's fluffiest afternoon light. The Impressionists would certainly do convivial. You can buy the postcard of Renoir for €3. I remember that I didn't like the fonts that had been used on the flyers, and all the number of exclamation marks used in the accompanying text. There's a special offer on in the museum gift shop, which means that you can buy 2 postcards for €5. They hand you your purchases over to you over the till in little unbranded paper bags.
She had some fantastic drop-down menu. Think desire slips away suddenly when you get to college. Tea, milk, mom? I didn't want to think about this. When she appears, when she speaks of appearance, she'd let it slip away and slide, and I wonder what might come of this. They say Artemisia's women exert pressure with their hands. Body parts are poetic, fetishistic attributes, like smoking, ebony, yoga. To know I am withholding something. Bare-chested, dripping paint, dry eyes. A kind of perverse figuration of the mind. The body as a capsule of time, no. Desire, I let that slip away. I let it slide, and occasionally I like to do other things.
They make an incision underneath your ribs, snip away at some muscle and fat and blood vessels, and then the ureter, then lift the kidney free, smaller than you imagined. It shines, this quivering, bloody beam of flesh, before it's grasped with gloved hands and put onto the ice. Maroon fluid branches into the white. You're out cold, of course, wearing nothing but a papery gown. The incision is slightly curved, your flesh surprisingly fatty and thick on the inside. The room smells of the hotel quarters cigarettes. You're only doing it for the money.
The back and forth is not an argument, but synthetic pistol-punching of a jump-starting camera lights getting some action in the morning's like search terms. So take out your ragged beauty and wear it like a meat dress, where you don't even try for bedraggled euphemisms anymore, write exactly what you want and wear, then browse the categories that delineate and divide. Rather than the real thing, you would like the fake thing as the real thing, and the one-dimensional of the image has all the speed and slip of skin like a baby oil surface on screen. You are a teen click and share, or hot girls in your area want to chat. I am looking for a real man, not boys.
See yourself in relation to the following words, where your right is ethical and left is unethical. The front of the stage is whether you would consider yourself alpha in these situations, while the back of the stage is beta. In this instance, you are working with a grid of morality and social dominance. Teen. Lesbian. MILF. Stepmom. hentai. Threesome. Anal. Stepsister. Ebony. Babysitter. Gamba. Indian. Asian. Cream puff. Lesbian seduces straight girl. She-male fuck girl. Lesbian scissoring. POV.